You still don't get no looks. No better than Tech Bro Shook.
Joseph is ranked higher than me in fucking Fortnite.
Opened in 2001, it lies on the same site and retains the name of the city's beloved former stadium. We're here at Empower Field at Mile High in Denver. Today, our draw features two from the AFC between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Denver Broncos. On one sideline, we've got a look at the head coach of the visiting Raiders. This guy's coming off their first loss of the year. Don't want to fall to 500 here. Along the opposite sideline, the head coach of the Broncos. These guys more than motivated for this contest. We're ready to take the field here at home.
Okay, hold on. We'll do one a little bit later, all right?
Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you up in the booth. Kicker Cam Little down on the field. Looks ready to get things started. And we're underway from the foothills of the Rockies. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. So out head the Raiders for their first possession. And they'll be let out by their third-year signal caller.
A bit of an uneventful outing individually last week, Kate. A touchdown and a pick for him, but the lasting memory, there's no question about it. Walking off that field with the loss, that stings. No doubt he feels he could have done more to prevent that result. So expect to see a motivated individual taking snaps here this week.
And downfield, he's got it. That's Dobbs. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first. Great start to this drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. Motioning the tight end now. First down, play action. He puts some juice on a deep throw down the middle. We're seeing this more and more these days, mixing some deep looks into that opening script. Brock test all levels of the secondary. They held up there.
Yeah, and it's not going to be the last time this defense will be tested. This group likes to push the ball down the field. They answered the call that time.
Left side into the hands of Dobbs. This goes across midfield and into Broncos territory. Broncos bringing out an extra DB on third down. Shotgun snap. They'll throw. Has his man. It stops. And he's taken down at the 30. That play good for 17 and a first down.
Gain of 17 yards. And the Raider first down.
Still sticking with the passing game. Finds the in route complete. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. Throwing it again here. He had it for a moment, but a complete defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. All right, partner, testing the perimeter early there. Coverage held up. Could be a tough day for those outside receivers to make an impact.
Okay, partner, testing you here. You've heard me say this a lot. Okay, coordinator's job is to get you man-to-man coverage, and your job is?
To win it. He's got it near the 8. And he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a first and goal.
15 yards. That's another Las Vegas first down.
They'll run Pacheco. And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
SOS. You hear me talk about it between the 20s a lot. Stay on schedule. But it comes into play first and goal situations too. Because a run like that now, well, leaves that whole playbook wide open for you.
And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. 1 yard, all that's needed. This is 3rd and inches. Gotta keep this one and go. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Raiders finish up an excellent opening series. McLaughlin tacks on the extra point. And the Raiders will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Here's Smith on the return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. So we'll see the Broncos offense now for the first time. They'll be led out by the former first-rounder out of both Oregon and Auburn. It's Bo Nix.
Last week, Kate, you won't call his effort wasted, never. But you wish a game like that would have come in a win instead of showing up in a contest they ended up dropping. 2 touchdowns, no picks. That's the type of game that wins are typically built off of.
Pushing the pace right away to start the game.
That's good for Broncos. First down.
Going to the ground again on first. And this is across midfield. They're going to stop him at that 45-yard line. And it's a gain of 12 on that one. And that's good for Broncos first down.
Broncos. First down. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Again, it's Charbonnet. And he'll be met in the line to limit the gain to a yard. Juju Brents with a stop. Now we'll take a moment to check out his numbers on the ground from a week ago.
At the Raiders' 43-yard line.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Nix from the gun. Short pass brought in. And he's going to be down to within a yard of that red zone as the stop is made.
Wow, what's the word, man?
They strike for 23 yards. And it's going to be first down, Denver.
First down. First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Out of the gun, a give to Charbonnet. Robbed by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run. A momentary speed bump there on what has otherwise been a great drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Second and 11.
Out of the gun, it's Nix. Finds him over the middle. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Quite the drive they've had, Brock, but they're up against it. 3rd and 5 now.
I think they got 4.
Shotgun snap to Nix. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. They got the football cross, but not the first. That stop just shy of the marker. 4th down.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face because I could think from Pop Warner to the NFL, everybody on the field's thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that 3rd down?
And they come through to stay on the field. That is enough to set this offense up with a 1st and goal. Time for our second quarter. Let's see if the Broncos can capitalize in the red zone. 1st and goal. Here's Charbonnet. And they love to see him climbing forward, but he only gets him 3.
That sure looks like a terrific call after you dial it up because the execution was awesome by everybody. You get that kind of run on 1st and goal, it sets the table for more success.
Nix cooking wide.
Oh, that is weak.
And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
4 yards on the pickup.
Only need 1 more yard on this opening drive. Here's 3rd and goal. Nix trying to sneak it. And he gets it on the sneak. Touchdown! The Broncos finish off their opening drive. It's a Bo Nix touchdown on a quarterback sneak to the end zone. Little able to connect on the point after. And the Broncos respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Fielded at the 7. And this drive will start inside the 25. Second drive coming up for the Las Vegas offense. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3 and out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
It gives to Pacheco to start the drive.
Oh my
It's
God.
good room at the 35. Down the sideline to the 45. And he gets this one down to the 27. They rip off a huge chunk of field as the downs reset. To the line and set. Here we go, first down. He's going to throw this one. Pass caught by Jack Bush.
He's getting cooked.
He's taken out as he brings it down towards the 10. All set now, first and 10.
Raiders first down. First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Pacheco gets it from the gun. And he will not score, but that does set him off Brock with first and goal, less than a yard away from the end zone.
Danger, kid. Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
Oh, fullback's got it. Look at the power. And he won't get in. The daylight was there for just a second, but it closed just in time to keep him out. So it's going to be second and goal.
Second and goal.
Pacheco. And he hauls it across for the Las Vegas touchdown. The Raiders take a second quarter lead. It's an Isaiah Pacheco touchdown. McLaughlin's extra point is up and good. And the Raiders break that tie and now lead by 7.
Broncos 7.
The Raiders kicking team is out there and they'll boot this away. Here's Smith on the return. And in the end, Brock, a pretty exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. The Denver offense taking the field for their second drive. And this is an interesting game for both they and their rivals across from them, Brock, getting a key division matchup so early in this season. So first and 10 now from the 30. The drive will start with a run by Charbonnet. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock him behind the sticks. Job well done there.
Completed over the middle. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find a soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
And he's brought down after a short gain.
A gain of 3. It's fourth down.
Here we go on fourth. Nix.
See, I was saying.
Oh, but he still got it. And he'll get it up to the 44. That is a clutch 7-yard pickup, partner. Pays off the call to go for it there on fourth down. Just 2 minutes to play here in our opening half. More for Mile High in just a moment.
That was safe. That's safe.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. On first down, this is Charbonnet. And he's only able to get back to the line. It's going to be second down.
Job one of so many D tackles in this league is eat up space. Don't get moved off your spot. But the difference makers, they just not only eat the space, they eat those runners too.
And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, well, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
On third down, here's Nix. Brought in by his back, Charbonnet. And he's going to be hauled down on a gain across midfield, down inside the 45-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's good for a Broncos first down.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
To throw, here's Nix. Into traffic, complete. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
4 yards on the
Yeah,
pickup.
it's me, okay?
They'll throw again, Nix. Complete over the middle. He's brought down at about that 27-yard line. Broncos have to hurry here. Clock's still running.
Yards on the play. That's another.
Throwing on first down, Nix. Catch made by Keaton Mitchell. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. Broncos offense hurrying back to that line.
That's another Broncos first down.
From the red zone on first. Brought in. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9. And now the Raiders call for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on a throw, that's a go-to route to target.
Second down now, they need 7. Once more, it's Nix. He's got it. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. A timeout taken by Vegas. That's its second. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Third and just 2 to go. Here he is on 3rd and short. Touchdown, but they will not get it. That's incomplete. It's going to bring up 4th down.
You know exactly what he's thinking. Hopefully next time it's a little bit easier. The degree of difficulty on that one high. Throwing a double coverage, odds are against you.
Offense is staying out there, and they're ready to go for it on 4th down. Nix to throw again. Bails out of the pocket quick. And he gets it in. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos earn the chance to tie it before halftime. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Bronk, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. You sure do.
Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Here's a return from the 7. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The Raiders headed out on offense. Little time remaining in the half. And with just under 40 seconds left to go, Brock, they can try a drive, but they gotta hurry. Raiders just about ready for this one. It's 1st and 10. They're going to throw here to begin the drive. Here's a screen set for Pacheco. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. Back to the line they come, 2nd down. One final shot before the half. Has him on the quick hitter. And a nice chunk there, about 7. He's up to the 27. So we're all knotted up here at the half, Brock, as we send this over to our buddy Scott Hansen, who's got our... Well, I hope everybody was lightning quick, ready to grab a refill or a bite to eat, because no halftime report this week. Everyone's set to get the 3rd quarter underway. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. All right, and in the end, Brock, this is going to make it out to the 30.
Hey, we're dead even here through 2 quarters, and you know exactly what that means. That means both coaching staffs emphasized coming out strong here to begin the 2nd half. Well, that return puts you in great position to do so, and maybe even take control of this game.
Good hit on the grounds here. That's going to be a 9-yard pickup as it's 2nd down.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 40-yard line.
So early movement from the backfield, Brock. They jumped the gun a bit, and that brings out the flag. So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump, and, well, they got one of them to move that time. The jumpiness backs him up. Now 6 to go on 2nd down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Finds the in route, complete. Escapes the defender. He's taken down as he takes this to the 38. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
That's just so good. I mean, that is teaching tape right there. It's what you want your guys to do. To not just catch it and fall down, but have a plan. Yes, you got to catch it first, but then have a plan to go attack. Be aggressive. Get those yards after catch. That is a job well done.
New set of downs for them. They'll start at the 38. Knicks now on 1st and 10. Throwing the out route complete. And first down only gets about a yard here. And the defender there to force him out.
There's no negatives ever on a great shoot for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
Okay, that's good.
It's intercepted. And they get to him and tackle him on the return, but will this turnover count, partner? I don't know. There's a flag on the play. Well, no surprises here. They decline that holding call, and they're going to hang on to that interception. 1st and 10 now from the 46. This is Pacheco. And he'll be stopped after just about a yard. 2nd and 9 coming up.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Short pass brought in.
Give me that.
Well, one defender failed.
Damn, made him come. Let's go.
He shook free of that first tackle, but the next guy not only made that hit, but knocked it loose as well.
Kate, as we saw when he broke that first tackle, he can absorb a shot. Right, he's got great what they call contact balance to absorb it and keep going. That second hit, well, that drove the ball free, leads to this takeaway.
It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Out of the gun, it's Nix. Finds him over the middle. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs. All set to go now from the 35.
First down. First and 10.
Charbonnet now up the middle.
Jesus. What is it now?
Made for no gain on that first down play.
These big D tackles in this league, they love weaponizing their size right in the middle of the field. It is so hard to clear lane against them. And once he got his paw on him, it was dead on arrival.
And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
I don't know what it is, Kate. I love third down runs. I really do. I know the receivers don't always like it because it's money down and they want the ball. But a third down run for a first down can be so demoralizing to that defense.
Offense is set. 1st and 10. Nix from the gun. Finds Mims. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. Offensive line. This is 2nd and 4.
Pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
From the gun, Charbonnet gets it. No luck there. Ran that one right into traffic and went nowhere as a result. It's going to be 3rd down. Looks like we'll have a pause here. An injured Bronco out there and in some pretty obvious pain after that play. Now Nix on 3rd down. Complete to Mims. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
There's no question the greatest concern there was just getting the first down. You want a high percentage throw, and you're not really concerned about big yards. Well, the drag route was perfect. He comes open the short field. It's easy to zip that throw right in there and reset those chains.
And it's
That
another
is some
first
shame.
down on this drive. Man, this time they're in
That's
first and goal.
That's goal, real big man.
Another Broncos first down. First and goal at the 1-yard line.
Charbonnet does not
It's right
get it.
there.
Just stopped just short of that goal line.
Brought down just shy
Oh,
of
so
the goal line.
aggravatingly close to a safety on that one right there, Kate. Just a matter of a foot, and they could have had some points on the board defensively.
They're lining up on the doorstep. 2nd and goal from inside the 1. Nix now to throw. And this is incomplete. Could have been a touchdown, but all it is now is a 3rd down. And As that one falls incomplete, Brock, the pressure ticks up just a bit because this has been too good a drive to not pay it off in the end zone.
Yeah, Kate, it's time.
And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Broncos take a lead just before the end of the third. It's a Bo Nix touchdown. He finds his way in on the sneak. Little checks on the extra point. And the Broncos break that tie and now lead by 7. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. Fielded at the 7. This makes it up to the 25. The Raiders have their offense back out there. And they have tried on occasion to ramp up their passing game, but nothing has worked with consistency yet, Brock. Might be why they trail near the end of this third quarter.
You sure love teams who excel on the ground, right? You love a physical game of football who can hammer at the opponent. But in today's NFL, it's just impossible to win if you don't have a passing component that's balancing it out.
And they shove him out. Looks like he got about 6 before they did so. It's second down.
Out of bounds at the 31-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Just 1 quarter remaining in this one. It's Raiders football, and they'll need to get to work. They're trailing here late. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Running up the middle, Pacheco. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You don't even have to worry now about a third down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later, for that next third down coming.
We've set it downs from 37. Looks like they're going option keeper on 1st and 10. Finds a nice lane there, and that's good for 6 yards.
The difference right there, Kate, between that gain and a big hit for a loss, really quick decision-making. He made a quick read, saw the running back was going to get hit if he handed it, and he pulls it himself for a positive gain.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Nice pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. He'll look to throw.
Yes!
And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up. Now the Raiders readying for the punt, and they'll turn to former All-Pro A.J. Cole for the kick. Coming off 4 punts in that loss, and he boots his first of this game away. Denver ready for another offensive possession. They were able to say mission accomplished on their last series, finding that end zone, but the work, well, it starts all over again right now.
And you know this, Kate, from our years together of doing this. I'm a firm believer of call it till they stop it. It doesn't mean you have to innovate right away. Call the same plays until they stop them, because they proved last drive they couldn't.
Give him 5 on that carry. Bring up 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Shotgun snap to Nix. Completed over the middle. He will finally catch up to him just a second before he can reach that 40. They've got 1st down here from the 36.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard.
Straight ahead with Charbonnet. He drops the tackle. They're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. 1st and 10 now from the 46.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Running out of the gun with Mitchell. First guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
One thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. The give here to Charbonnet. Gain of about 8 here. Nice pickup, but he stopped a second before he can move those chains. 3rd and a lone yard coming up.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Another carry for Charbonnet.
Let's go.
And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. A pickup of 2, maybe 3, but most importantly, Brock, that's enough to move the sticks. First down from the 42.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
They'll run now with Charbonnet. Just what this defense ordered. A great play to back these guys up. Shift the momentum a little here in the fourth. So a timeout comes in. Looks like the defense using its first stops this game as we get close to our 2-minute warning. Offense to the line. Second down.
Really should be trying to run this so we can call no timeout.
Here's Nix. Mims with the grab. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, or under the 31. Now before we reach the 2-minute warning, we've got a timeout. That's the second one used by the defense in this half.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
On the give, here's Charbonnet. He's stopped after ripping off an 8-yard shot with second down.
Yes.
And we'll get a pause, Brock, as the defense uses its final timeout, so the clock only going to stop again at our 2-minute warning.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate.
Last first down in this game.
Before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Mitchell gets it from the gun. He stopped him just in time. He got back to the line, but denied the yard they needed. Third down coming up.
An offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to first down. But instead, the defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on a 3rd and short.
All right, looks like they're going to try to power this across. Goal line formation on 3rd and inches. He keeps it himself.
That's game. Let's go.
They stop by the line. No gain.
That's more than a must-get for a quarterback. I really put that in the always-get territory. Even if the defense knows what's coming, you got to be able to drive forward for at least a couple inches.
Luke's getting to stretch his legs a little bit here. Kneel down here, and they can start to celebrate this win. So it's a win for the Broncos. Man, they were facing a top-5 defense this week, Brock, but they made them look anything but. What a great performance to get this win.
Yeah, you can come in, Kate, with this awe and mystique of, gosh, we're facing one of the best defenses in the league, but as soon as you get those first points, you realize, you know what? They're mortal just like the rest of us, and they took the fight right to them.
So for Brock Heward and all of our crew, I'm Kate Scott, wrapping up another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The Broncos are winners, as we'll see you next time from Denver.